wrapped up in more.
long-arm type clothing, he doesn't have that full on. It's fine. What is it? And then for the top, shirt, sweater, like that. Then her full on. Great big mid. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
So glad.
Shields too. Yeah. Four different sizes. Doesn't even
Good morning. And welcome to the Guilford Community Church. And if you are seated near the center of the aisle, please find our registration book. And then immediately following our service, please join us downstairs in our fellowship hall for coffee hour. This morning's coffee hour is hosted by our membership committee. And just a reminder, if you're on the church council, there is a very important church council meeting tomorrow night at 6:30, preceded by a finance meeting. And I know Amber has some announcements.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning. First of all, thank you for everyone who brought in soup for our Super Bowl activity today. Appreciate it, and the kids had fun gathering them. I hope that each of you were able to open up your bulletins and to see a lovely rose there. Last week I talked during children's time about how words can really matter to people. So the kids during Sunday school last week, they made the roses and put those phrases on the back for each and every one of you. The last announcement for today is we do have for an event next Friday night is a movie. It finally has been posted. It's at 6:45, and it's actually a new animated movie called The GOAT, and it's all about basketball and stuff like that. So I think some of the kids and potentially adults may like it. So if you're interested, that's next Friday night. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber. And now just take a moment to reflect on why we've gathered here today.
This is a flu. I forgot my bassoon. Don't judge me.
Well, I'm glad you forgot your bassoon. Please stand and join me in our call to worship. We gather today not because all our questions have been answered, but because we share the journey of asking them. We come not with certainty, but with curiosity.
We come from busy weeks and cluttered minds, from moments of joy and pockets of
We are invited to lead behind the small boats of easy answers and rigid certainty. We are invited to step out onto the shore of a wider understanding. Let us worship together, seeking to be agents of wholeness in a fractured world. Let us seek other seas. And then remain standing as we sing together hymn number 1, Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise. Please be seated and join me in a word of prayer. We gather on this cold morning with lives already so full of stuff, full of memories and questions, full of hopes carried quietly and worries we haven't yet named. May our time together offer us a spacious place where no one has to pretend certainty, where doubt is not a failure and curiosity is welcomed as a form of faith. May we be open to old stories heard in new ways, to familiar words that still have work to do in us, and to each other just as we are, still growing and becoming. May what we sing and share and consider together strengthen our compassion, widen our understanding, and send us back into the world a little more attentive to what love asks of us. We pray this even as we remember an ancient prayer that Jesus taught long ago, a prayer that began, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen."
Today's reading is from Mark chapter 1, verses 29 through 39. Jesus heals many at Simon's house. As soon as they left the synagogue, they entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Now Simon's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, and they told him about her at once. He came and took her by the hand and lifted her up. Then the fever left her, and she began to serve them. That evening, at sunset, they brought to him all who were sick or possessed with demons, and the whole city was gathered around the door. And he cured many who were sick with various diseases and cast out many demons. And he would not permit the demons to speak because they knew him. In the morning, while it was still very dark, he got up and went out to the deserted place, and there he prayed. And Simon and his companions hunted for him. When they found him, they said to him, "Everyone is searching for you." He answered, "Let us go on to the neighboring towns, so that I may proclaim the message there also, for that is what I came out to do." And he went throughout Galilee, proclaiming the message in their synagogues and casting out demons. Here endeth the reading.
Thank you, choir. That was really nice. And if Joyce Collins and from our membership committee and Stacy Pate will come forward, we're going to welcome some new members today. And if Eddie White and Kelly MacArthur, along with Emily and Ashley White and Spencer MacArthur will come up. And then if Dan and Mary Brooke and Genevieve Marico will come forward, and Sue Jaguar. Kind of fill in right in between. Perfect. We gather today with joyful and open hearts to welcome those who have chosen to make this community their spiritual home. We do not offer a set of creeds to be signed, but a circle of hands to be joined. We do not ask for uniformity of belief, but for a unity of purpose and a generosity of spirit.
We welcome you. We are glad that you are here.
To you who are joining this community today, we ask you to bring your curiosity, your questions, to bring your hopes and your doubts, to bring your unique gifts to be offered, your hands for service, your voices for song, your minds for reflection, and your hearts for compassion. Let us hear your stories, for this is a place where they will be heard with respect and kindness. Will you aspire to do that?
We will. This is our slightly mentally challenged group, but and we, the community that has already gathered here, receive your gifts and with gratitude. We promise to make space for your questions and to honor your doubts as a sign of thoughtful faith. We offer you in return our own gifts.
We offer you our friendship and our support. We offer you a place of belonging where you can be authentic self. We offer you our commitment to walk with you through joy and sorrow, to listen as well as speak, and to challenge and be challenged in the pursuit of what is true and just.
Okay, another question. Answer is we will. Will you offer your time, your talent, and your financial resources not as dues, but as a joyful investment in the work we do together? Will you support our shared ministry of outreach, education, and pastoral care, that this place may be a beacon of hope and a sanctuary for all?
Okay, no questions over here. And in return, we, the community, pledge to be good stewards of your trust. We offer you our collective strength, and we offer you a community that strives to be a tangible expression of love in the world.
And then if everyone will stand up, I'll have a question for you. Will you, the members and friends of the Guilford Community Church, welcome these, our new friends, into the life and work, the joys and responsibilities, the fellowship and mission of this church? Excellent. You can be seated. Let us then, old and new, join together as one body, committed to the ongoing work of becoming our best selves and building a more just and compassionate world. Through our shared presence, we strengthen one another, and we welcome you. And if the children will come up, you're going to have your time with me this morning. So you need to get a little bit closer. I'm having a hard time pulling this out. What do you think that these are? flower. They could be flower seeds. They look a little bit like, could be mouse poop. What do you think? Could be pepper too. I had some cucumbers for dinner last night. I had put a lot of pepper on there. But I think a couple of you said they're flower seeds. Are you thinking flowers for your mom for Valentine's Day? Or your girlfriend? Oh. He's too young for a girlfriend? Oh, I don't know. Well, they are flower seeds. And what amazes me is it's vinca. I don't think I've ever heard of them, but Cindy knows her flowers really well. But they're really pretty, aren't they? Vinca. Do you have some at your house, maybe? And you think so? Oh, you have those? Awesome. It says, the print is too. They're perky. Single blossoms in a mix of soft, lovely colors. Glossy green foliage contrasts beautifully with white, pink, and rose blossoms. But what really amazes me is how is it possible that these little tiny seeds, so tiny you can hardly see them, grow and produce something beautiful like that? How is that possible? Seeds like what? So if we wanted to grow some plant, we wanted to grow these flowers, what would we have to do? Put them in some dirt. Okay. A lot of sunlight, yeah. But it's amazing. And if we did those things, we would probably, I think it says in 83 days. I don't know how they've determined that, but 84. In 84 days to blossom. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it is a lot. Almost 3 months, huh? It is. So it would need a lot of our care. How long were you going to be 5? You don't know. Well, but I think what I want us to take out of this is that sometimes small things can make a big difference. So what are some small things that we can do that might make a big difference? Buy flowers for your girlfriend? That would make a big difference, I'll bet. Or your mom. What else? What are some small things that we can do that might really make a difference? Say nice words. Yes. How about be kind? Be helpful. What can you do to be helpful? Help your mom with a lot of stuff. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And yeah. Give stuff to share things. Like today, what do we bring into church today? Soup. And you guys said your favorite soup was what? Tomato. And yours was tomato too, I think. What is your favorite soup? You like vegetable? I like vegetable. You have a favorite soup? You don't like soup? Spencer, how about you? He does. How about, do you have a favorite soup? You don't like soup. I don't believe you. I don't believe. I think you're pulling my leg. So just remember. And do you have any plans this evening? Who's in the Super Bowl? No. They were horrible last year. Wow, just when I stopped believing in miracles, huh? Let's say, go Patriots. Go Patriots. Thanks for coming up.
The name of this song is called The Best Is Yet to Come by Ben Rector. It's been the kind of year I'd be fine fine if I forgot. But I'll never forget it as long as I live, and that's saying a lot. The wildest menagerie of unfortunate, crazy things, and now it's all over. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending, 'cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. So I guess now there's proof that all good things must come to an end. And I couldn't tell you what comes next, but I do know that we'll never ever be standing here again. So here's to the memories, I'll forever keep them here with me. I can't believe that it's over. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending, for tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. Every ending is a new beginning. It's a new beginning. A new beginning. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and don't shed a tear for the things that are ending, 'cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best, and friends, I believe that the best, oh friends, I believe that the best is yet to come.
Thank you, Stacy and May. Please join me now in a moment of prayer. We pause so that we might reflect together. We give thanks for the journeys that have shaped us, for those beliefs that once held us, and for the questions that carried us forward, for the times when certainty gave way to complexity and faith learned to speak in a quieter, humbler voice. We hold before us this morning those who are struggling with illness, with anxiety, with grief, with scarcity. We don't ask for miracles that bypass the world, but committing ourselves to the slow, faithful work of care so that we might be people who show up, listen well, connecting one another with help that heals. May we learn to pray with our feet and our hands, with our votes and our voices, with a generosity that costs us something. And when the needs of the world feel overwhelming, remind us to focus not on what we cannot do, but on the good that is within our reach. May we become a community of widening circles where no one is invisible and no one stands outside. This is our prayer. Amen. And now please stand as we sing together hymn number 391, In the Midst of New Dimensions. Like most of you, I get dozens of email and text messages every day, and most of them are junk. I spent some time recently unsubscribing to dozens of them, and it's helped free up a little bit of time, but still I get them every day. First thing Monday morning, I began the daily task of deleting. I don't usually open them. I just look at the sender or the subject line and I hit the delete button. But one email caught my attention. Instinctively, I was reaching for the delete button, but the subject line read, "Dang, Michael, someone's checking you out." It was from classmate.com. Have you ever got an email from them? Classmate.com. "Dang, Michael, someone is checking you out." As my finger was reaching for the delete key, I took the bait and I opened it, wondering who from high school was checking me out. An old girlfriend? A teammate? Of course, to find out, you had to pay money, and I wasn't that interested. But it did get me thinking about high school. I have a couple of yearbooks in my office, and I pulled them out. It was kind of fun, wending my way down memory's lane. Now, the Super Bowl isn't until 6:30. Who has a high school yearbook? Go home and pull it out. Now, when I saw my picture, I laughed with disbelief. I was quite the dork. A bespectacled eyesore. Some of you would laugh out loud if you saw that picture. I graduated 49 years ago from high school. Hard to believe. Where in the world did all the time go, and how did I get to be this old? I smiled as I looked through the old familiar faces. Now, I don't have any friends I keep in touch with from high school, but I did wonder what my old buddies, Mike Murray and Greg Harper, what were they up to? And how would they look? Had the years been good to them, and what had they accomplished? And I wonder what they would think if they knew I was a minister. That's probably what they would think. Probably what some of you think. But that thought triggered another thought. All of us have changed physically over the years. I'm a bit shorter. I have hair growing where it shouldn't, and less where it should. And most of us would probably say the same thing. But how have I changed theologically? How about you? Do you see the world? Do you understand life the same way you did 40 or 50 or 60 years ago? How has your faith evolved? I think most of us start off with a very literal faith, black and white. We believe what authority figures tell us and would never think of challenging that. But at some point in life's journey, our experiences cause us to challenge that, to challenge a lot of what we've learned in places like this. In church, we were told that Jesus is the only way. But then we met Jews and Muslims and Buddhists and atheists and agnostics who were good people, frankly, better than some church people. And our faith in the good book was challenged. As we mature, what we know to be true about the world often doesn't square with what the Bible might suggest, at least at a literal level. And some of us move on. We become members of the Church Alumni Society, not because we're angry, just because we outgrew the language we were given. It's kind of like an old jacket we once loved but no longer fits. We don't become outspoken critics, it's just that its literal message no longer captures our modern minds and imaginations. And some of us even break up with God. But sometimes we go through a different stage, a stage of reappreciation. We come to reappreciate some of those old stories, not as literally true, but as stories with a point to make. Stories that suggest life has meaning and purpose. A work of fiction doesn't need to be true to touch our hearts and help us see the world and ourselves in a different way. Our passage from the Gospel of Mark is a perfect example. I see 3 different stages in my own relationship with this passage. At one time, I would have read the story with great eagerness and amazement at the power of Jesus. He speaks the word and demons cower. He touches the sick and they're healed. The message was simple. Believe it happened, and if you pray hard enough, just like Jesus, you too can see these things happen. But as my life unfolded, things happened that caused me to think who God was and what prayer is. There came a time when those stories began to feel awkward, like they were getting in the way. Like Thomas Jefferson, I would have been quite happy to take all the miracle stories out of the Bible. They felt like a barrier to rational, adult, intelligent faith. But then somewhere along the way, right around the time I was 30, I came to see those stories from a different perspective. Not as true or false, historical or not, but as stories that capture what was important to Jesus and his first followers. That's the Jesus we meet in the Gospel of Mark, one fully invested in this world, in human wellness and wholeness, helping people to flourish right here and right now, and that's our mission today, to help people flourish. His focus was never on an exit strategy to heaven, but how to make earth more heavenly. So a story like we heard this morning doesn't force me to choose whether I believe in demons. It asks me, what can I do to bring wholeness and wellness into our world? How can I help people flourish and live abundantly? Where can my life make a difference? Early in this week, I met with a lady who was going through a hard time. 40 years ago, if she came to my office, I would have held her hand and said a prayer, told her to trust in God, maybe quoted a Bible verse, and wished her well. But when she shared her struggle with depression, I told her about our son CJ. Then I encouraged her to find a therapist and asked her to call me next week if she wanted to. And then on Friday, a young man stopped by my office saying his family needed some food. I took him to our food pantry, told him to fill up some bags, and then I gave him a Hannaford gift card that the outreach committee had given our office. I also told him about the church's Got Lunch program, Friendly Kitchen, and Isaiah Cafe 61. I may not be able to heal the sick or multiply loaves and fish, nor can I quiet the mind of the mentally troubled, but I can help people locate community resources that might be able to help them. I cannot make the lame walk, but I can make sure our church is accessible for those with mobility challenges. And when we do those things, we tap into the same human capacity for compassion that Jesus embodied. We channel the same transformative energy of love and service that defined his life. At my best, I try to focus on what I can do, not what I can't do. And what I can do is this. I can support policies and vote for politicians who take seriously the plight of those on the margins. I can write a check to support those agencies doing what I can. And when we do those things, we inch ourselves closer to creating a community of kinship where no one is left standing alone or outside. It's been years, maybe close to 40 years, since I prayed that God might do something. But someone shared this thought with me last week. My prayers used to be asking God for things, and now my prayers are, God, what do you need for me to do? I like that. I might slightly modify it. Life, what are you asking of me right now? To pray for the sick, at least for me, is to commit myself to making sure people have access to health care, to checking in on them, to coordinating with our Care Concern Committee, meals and rides. To pray for the hungry is to participate in endeavors that feed the hungry, and then to ask, why in the world is it possible that in the most affluent country ever to exist in human history, There are hungry people. When we do those things, we live out the words of a hymn I've come to love. You need my hands, my exhaustion, working love for the rest of the weary, a love that's willing to go on loving. Oh, Jesus, you have looked into my eyes, kindly smiling. You've called out my name. On the sands I have abandoned my small boat. Now with you I will seek other seas. So let's abandon the small boat of puny religion that delights in labeling and thinks it has all of the answers, so that together we might seek other seas. Amen. Now, in that spirit, let us stand and sing together hymn number 173, a hymn that AJ introduced us to a number of years ago. And now, having gathered together for worship, may we go forth with a great sense of joy and purpose and peace as we aspire to make love visible in our world. Amen.